Dream Again. I am life coach Shereka Dunston, the founder of Black Life Coach Connection, and I am joined here by a few of my life coaching friends. Y'all know I love my life coaching friends. And we are gathered here tonight to talk about dreaming again. Why is it important to dream? Why do people need dreams? Well, as the creator of the Self-Care Garden program, I think dreaming is honestly a part of self-care. And the work I do with parents, especially moms, I hear time and time and time again that, people have put their dreams on hold because of their responsibilities. Or people, think dreaming is a waste of time because they have too many things to take care of. Well, I don't believe that. And Coach LaCour, Coach Nikki, Coach Zandra, they don't believe that either. So tonight, we want to talk about dreaming again. You will hear us share parts of our own stories. You will hear us talk about how we encourage our clients to dream again. And hopefully you will leave inspired. And maybe, just maybe, you'll write down some new goals or do a little dreaming of your own. So I guess I'll kick this thing off as the host. And, I do want to acknowledge that March is Women's History Month. Tomorrow is International Women's Day. It's a big deal. And I can say that all of us here, we work with women. We do a lot of coaching with women, and as a woman, I can say I put my dreams on hold because I think about my children, or I think about my partner, my husband, and his needs. However, just because I put my hold, that does not mean I don't dream. Once upon a time, I did stop dreaming. And I was thinking back to that, like, why, Shereka? Why did you give up on some of your dreams? And honestly, I was stuck in a situation at a job that I thought was like my dream job, but it soon turned into a nightmare. And I was so overwhelmed and stressed out by that job that I could not focus on the other things I wanted to accomplish. It was literally work, being upset about work, going home and trying to put on a happy face for my family. So I didn't feel like I had time or energy to dream or to work toward new goals. Thankfully, I left that job. And I can look back now and say, hey, I was there for a really long time and a lot of good things happened. And yes, some not so good things happened, but it allowed me to, get to where I am now. So it served its purpose. And I can honestly say, as soon as I walked off that job and left and I was done with it, I started back dreaming. And I hope that I encourage my clients to dream again as they take care of themselves, as they take care of their families, as they just show up in this world. Yes, we all have responsibilities. We do. We have obligations even. There are things we have to focus on in order to be responsible adults. Those things won't change. However, what I've learned is that when you let fear or stress or anxiety take over your life, it will rob you of your dreams. And a dream deferred will become a dead dream. And we don't need any dreams to die. They were deposited within us for a reason. I truly believe that, for a true purpose that only we can fulfill. So hopefully something I said, inspired you to think about your own dreams and think about what's going on in your life. Yes, deal with whatever stressors that are impacting you and affecting you, but make room for your dreams. Start jotting things down again. Write some things in your journal. Create a vision board even. Do what you need to do to tap into your creativity and to dream again, because your dreams are there for a reason. So next, we will hear from Coach LaCour B. Stinson-Mayfield. How are you, LaCour?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well.
That's great. Hello, everyone. My name is LaCour B. Stinson-Mayfield. I am a certified self-care coach, and I love this question about dreaming. When I was a little girl, I used to dream of being an attorney. I used to dream of being a Supreme Court justice. I even dreamed of being a flight attendant. I had a lot of dreams. And as I got older, my dreams changed. And not only did I dream about my career, I dreamed about what type of woman I wanted to be. I always looked at my mother as a figure of who I wanted to be like. And I would also look at women I would see on TV. I loved Claire Huxtable. She was my TV mom. I loved the mom from Family Matters. That was one of my TV moms. And I loved them because they were strong women. They were beautiful women. They held their heads so high. And I just inspired to be women like that. Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, all of those women, I took a little bit from. And, over the time when I got older, I still had this idea of what my idea of life would be like, what type of career I would have, what type of husband would I have, what type of family would I have. And even though everything that I thought of, I have not yet achieved, I'm still living this dream. I'm still working towards this dream of mine. And as a coach, that's one question I ask my clients. I ask them, what does your idea of life look like? What do you see in your life? And a lot of times they say they don't know. And I tell them, think about it. Think about what brings you joy. Think about what happiness means to you. And let's focus on that. One thing, we can take one thing at a time to create the lifestyle you desire. And I think it's very important. We all have, our responsibilities. We have work, we have our families, we have different things. But never forget the things that you want to achieve in life. Those things are very important. And sometimes we get overwhelmed, like especially if you want a professional career. A lot of times you have to go back to school for that. And when you're a mom and you're a wife, you have all the things, going back to school can be a challenge. However, there is a way to do it. You can take one class at a time. You can take one class a year. Your dreams do not have to just end in your mind. You can actually achieve your dreams. What's most important about achieving your dreams is to create a plan. That's what anything that you want in life, create a plan on how to achieve it. And your dreams will be your reality. Like I said, for myself, I have dreams. My dreams have changed from wanting to be a Supreme Court justice to now having my own business. I'm the owner of Total Body Self-Care. One day, my small business will be a big business. One day, I will be able to leave my 9-to-5. Why? Because I'm making plans to do that right now. I have a 1-year plan. I have a 5-year plan. One day I will have a 10-year plan. And not to say things won't change. Of course they will change. Things happen. I change. And along with me changing, my goals change. But I do have the structure. I do have the idea of what I want things to look like. So I'm here to say, do not give up your dream. Make a plan and take one day at a time, and you can achieve your dreams. Don't forget about the things that little girl wanted. Don't forget about it. She's still there. You still have time to complete your dreams. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say about dreaming. Thank you, Shereka, so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, LaCour. And I just want to reiterate a couple of things LaCour said. A question that's so very important. What brings you joy? Because honestly, that could be the key to your dream.
Absolutely.
That's so very important, and something that we as coaches help people with. Creating a plan. Create that plan to achieve your dream. Yes, sometimes we just daydream, but we're not talking about daydreams. We are talking about dreams that we will accomplish. And in order to accomplish those dreams, we need a plan. And yes, things change, you may pivot, but it's okay. As long as you have that structure in place, you can always get back on track. So thank you again, Coach LaCour.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this conversation.
Awesome. Next up, we have Coach Zandra. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How you doing? So I love what you said, Coach LaCour, and I was listening so intently I forgot what I was going to say. But I am Zandra LaCour. I am a transformation and mental wellness coach and also occupational therapy practitioner. So I've been working in behavioral health for 10 plus years now. So I want to gear my coaching practice towards mental wellness, to be a mental resource for those who don't even really know what coaching is, that need that chance to feel like they have a avenue to move forward. So that was the beginning of me wanting, actually the beginning of my dream to becoming a coach, working in mental health. So I thought so much about what it was I wanted to say again today. I kept asking myself over and over, what does dream again mean to me? And the more I thought about it, it just kept taking me back to, every year we start the year out talking about resolutions, a word that I try not to do resolutions because a month, 2 months later, we stop. We think, oh, we can't do this anymore. We can't, it's too much. But the minute you tell yourself it's too much is the minute you will stop thinking that you can do more. And as I was thinking about dream again, the only thing I wrote down prepared is this quote. It's by a young lady named Jedidah Eisler. She was a young Black woman who, as a kid, she dreamt to be an astrophysicist at 10 years old. Who thinks that? But she wanted to be an astrophysicist. But being a young Black girl in a poor neighborhood, it was impossible. But she never gave up on that dream. She had many obstacles come in front of her, but she never gave up. And she wound up being the first Black woman to graduate from Yale as an astrophysicist, which was amazing. I watched a TED Talk on her. She's amazing. And one thing she said in that TED Talk was, do not think for a minute that because you are who you are, you cannot be who you imagine yourself to be. And that really, really stuck with me. She didn't say, dream about what you want to do. She said, you can imagine yourself to be who you want to be. And I think I started a while back changing. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I had a whole plan. Graduate from high school, go in the military. I was an animal tech in the military, and from there I was going to get the money from the military, from the Army, to go to Cornell, and I was going to become a veterinarian. I had it planned to a T, and life threw me a major curveball, and it didn't happen. But it never stopped me from wanting more. Yes, that path was, veered off, but it wasn't meant to be. I think of so many things now, and the big picture, I get overwhelmed. And when I dream, I don't dream in a big picture anymore. I dream in small increments, and which is sort of what led to what my practice is based on. It's moments to grow on. And I think of things in moments. And as I told Shereka before, it's 86,400 seconds in a day. And that means there's 86,400 moments in a day for you to get up every morning and start again. You can dream of what you want to do. You can dream of who you want to be. Dream about the values you want to hold. There's so much you can dream about. And if by the end of the day, the world or situations threw you a curveball and you didn't meet any of those dreams, you wake up in the morning and you got 86,400 seconds all over again to try again. Each moment brings you something, good, bad, or ugly. Each moment will bring you something that you can learn from, you can grow from, you can build on. It brings you something. And if you allow yourself, which is what dream again means to me, to allow yourself, you allow yourself to have that hope, then anything is possible. You could be president if you want. I've never wanted to be president, but if you want to be president, be president. The fact that I can dream about it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. It means I have aspirations, I have goals, I have a plan, as you said, Coach LaCour, a plan to move forward, which is what everyone needs, whether that plan takes you in that direction or not. It's a plan to move forward. It's the process of getting there is where you learn, you reflect, you find out about who you are and what each moment is going to bring you and how you're going to move forward. And I don't know, I think that was what I wanted to bring my message today as far as dreaming again. Is like, take those moments in the day and you can use them to seek out knowledge, wisdom, to create, to be innovative, to explore, to discover. So much you can do. But the most important thing is, if it doesn't work, take the next moment and start all over again. Keep on dreaming again, because the impact you can make within yourself, the impact you can make on the world and on others, it's astronomical. Like the astrophysicist said, it can be what you want it to be. So I thank you, Shereka, for giving me this opportunity to speak, which was a moment in time that I was very nervous about, but I am very glad that I did, because I know if this message reaches one person, then everything that I wanted to do is done, and it'll go from there. It's the ripple effect. We all can create one, and we all should. So thank you. That's what I wanted to share today. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Coach Zandra. And I just want to reiterate two things you stated. Dream in small increments. Don't let your dreams get overwhelming, right? Because honestly, when people dream way too big, too fast, they shut down and they won't pursue anything. But take it one little step, one moment at a time, moment by moment, right? And something else that really stuck out to me, Coach Zandra, when you said, allow yourself to have hope. Profound. Because honestly, as life coaches, we are encouraging our clients to hope again, right? Because if we look at this crazy world around us, sometimes it gets a little bleak, it gets a little weird, a little strange, a little dangerous. However, if we can help another person hope again and believe in something and keep going, our jobs are done. So thank you again, Coach Zandra.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome. And last but certainly not least, Coach Nikki, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you? So, I mean, woof, that was powerful. I don't know how to come back with that one, but so dream again means to me is to dig deep within yourself, to find your true purpose. I grew up in a small town. My biggest dream and goal was to get out of that said small town. So I got out of that small town and I went to college, and I had that twinkle in my eye. I had my dreams all planned out of what I was going to do. And then I got married, and then that twinkle died, because I wanted to be this perfect wife, a perfect mother, when I started having kids. And I lost myself. I got stuck in a routine of being a wife and a mom and taking care of my obligations. So I put my dreams on hold and I stopped. And so I had to make a conscious decision, like, hey, you had dreams, you had goals. Let's start that again. So I made a conscious decision to start doing this self-work and to start my dream back up. My dream was to help people. At first, I wanted to be a pediatric nurse. I wanted to help kids. And then I was like, oh, I'll be a teacher. Oh, I'll be a social worker. Disclaimer, my 9-to-5 is social worker. So I became a teacher. I started teaching. I got burnt out real quick when I started having my own kids. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can't do this. And so then I started doing social work. And ultimately, that's not my final goal. My final goal was to help. And in order for me to do that, I had to go through something. So I turned all the trials and tribulations that I went through and made it a purpose for me. And I was like, if I'm going through this, I know other women are going through this. So how can I help? to help other women. So then my dream became helping other women. So my dream was to help women rediscover themselves, start loving themselves for who they are, and then take care of themselves. So I'm a certified self-admiration coach. I wanted to empower women to walk in their power, and I wanted them to become who they want to be, not who are they conformed to be by what society has told them. Like, oh, you're a Black woman, you have to, tone it down a little bit. You're too angry, or, you're overexpressing yourself. I want them to love every bit of that anger if they carry it. I want them to own every bit of the extra if they carry it. If you need to be extra, be extra. Who cares? So I wanted them to be free and at peace with who they are. So that's why I decided to start my own business. I never had the dream of being a business owner, and then I had the dream and I made it happen. So like everyone has said, make a plan, do it step by step, and follow through with your dreams. Thank you, Shereka, for having me.
Thank you so much, Nikki. And let me give a shout out to the illustrious North Carolina Central University that educated both Nikki and I, because Eagle Pride. Sorry, y'all, I had to do it, Zandra and LaCour. My bad. But yeah, I had that same dream of getting out of that small town, getting away, get to college, get that twinkle in your eye. So I can relate to that. Also, you mentioned being a social worker. Y'all know I'm a social worker, and March is a social work month. So huge shout out to every social worker that's out there helping other folks, every social worker that's tuned in, do good things. Okay, so back to life coaching. I'm sorry, y'all. And back to what Nikki said. Nikki said she made a conscious decision. And that's what it takes. You have to decide that, hey, maybe I got off track, but now it's time for me to dream again. Now it's time for me to pursue those goals. And she said, become who you want to be. Don't worry about society and what society has to say. If you are extra, be extra. If you're angry a little bit, anger is just an emotion like every other emotion. Own who you are, as Nikki said. And you know what? That's why you're a self-admiration coach. You have to learn to love every bit of you and learn to love your dreams. Like I said earlier, y'all, your dreams are there for a reason. So hopefully you heard something to, give you that little spark, that little, it's time for me to think about what I want to do again, how I want to show up in this world. And maybe you have the same dreams as when you were a little girl. I know I don't. Y'all thought I wanted to be an architect. I don't like science or math or any of that stuff. So I don't know what I was thinking. So that dream changed, and it's all good. I heard Nikki mention she didn't know she wanted to be a business owner. Honestly, I didn't either. But it happened, right? Living the dream. I think Coach LaCour may have said something like that too. Dreams change. We change. We evolve. And that's okay. And as you evolve, you get new dreams. So keep dreaming. So before we end tonight, I do want to take the time to let each coach talk about any upcoming programs that they have and how to get in touch with them. So I will start with you, Coach LaCour.
Thank you, Shereka. So like I said, my name is LaCour Stinson-Mayfield. My business is Total Body Self-Care. And not only am I a certified self-care coach, I also sell self-care boxes. My box is the Queen's Edition Self-Care Box. And you can find me right on Facebook at Total Body Self-Care. You can find me on Instagram at Total Body Self-Care. You can find me on TikTok at Total Body Self-Care. And if you are looking for a community that is positive, that is encouraging, please join me at LaCour's Conversation Cafe.
Awesome. And y'all, let me just give a little shameless plug out to LaCour. That Queen's Edition self-care box, exquisite. It's literally like a spa experience at home. And so please join us at LaCour's Conversation Cafe. We have a good time, and LaCour pours so much into the group by reminding us to take time for ourselves each day. So thanks again, LaCour.
You're welcome. I just want to say one more thing. My motto is remember you today. Don't feel like you have to give the world all of you and you're forgetting yourself. Remember you today.
Thank you. Coach Zandra, how can folks find you online, and do you have anything coming up to share?
I am at Moments to Grow on Instagram, Moments to Grow on LLC on Facebook, and momentstogrow.com. You can find me in all of my information and everything I'm offering right now. I'm currently working on a workshop. It's called Moments, A Journey of Growth, and it's about it's sort of info on the benefits of being present and mindful in the moments in your life. Tips on how to reflect on those moments, how to learn, build, and grow from those moments. And it's sort of a way to reaffirm who you are, and then from there, decide on the impact you want to make for your future, or for the impact you want to make in someone else's. And if you go to momentstogrow.com, you'll find my newsletter. And all information, it has tips in there, and it also will let you know when this program is coming out, which should be at the beginning of April. But definitely would love to connect. And the last thing I wanted to share is that when I was listening to Coach Nikki, she reminded me that we all, as women and men, but we all have roles in our life, different roles we occupy. We're mothers, sisters, daughters, friends. We make impacts in everyone's lives in a different way. But the most important thing is how you care for yourself. And Coach LaCour, I haven't tried any of your self-care kits, but believe me, I'm going there as soon as we get off of this call. It's so important to remember who you are. And if I had a motto, it would just be, you matter. That's the most important thing, is to remember that no matter what happens in this world, no matter what you're going through, you matter. And once you hold on to that, accept that, you will find a way, find the support, you will find something to help you keep moving forward. And that's so important, taking moment at a time, moment to moment, and it can happen. So thank you again, Coach Shereka, for allowing me to do this. And it's been awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Zandra. And let me just say this about Zandra. Zandra has the sweetest spirit ever. She has such a calming spirit. So definitely get into her presence, follow her online, visit her website, sign up for that newsletter, and get ready for that workshop that she is offering. She has so much wisdom to share, and she does it in such a way that makes people feel good. So thank you for being here, Coach Zandra. So, Nikki, what do you have coming up, and how can people connect with you?
So my business is called Connecting with Nikki. You can find me on Instagram at connecting_with_Nikki. You can find me on Facebook, Connecting with Nikki, and you can go to connectingwithnikki.com. Right now, I have 22% off all my services. I have a 12-week self-admiration journey program that I just launched on the 22nd. Also, I am getting ready to launch a free webinar that will launch on March 21st. And that webinar is called Mirror Moments. We will learn how to ground, different techniques on how to ground, why is it important to ground. We will talk about self-talk and how you can be aware of the self-talk that you tell yourself. And we can think of a daily routine that will set yourself up for success. And then for a little bonus, I'm going to throw in a daily routine ideal sheet. So please go follow me on Instagram. That's where the magic happens. And thank you, Shereka.
Thank you, Nikki. Let me tell y'all something about Nikki. So I've known Nikki the longest out of all of us gathered here. I told y'all we went to college together, we worked together, all that good stuff. I have seen Nikki's growth and her transformation and her self-love. It exudes out of her. If you follow her on social media, you will see, like, she doesn't just talk a good game. She is living this life. She is actually taking care of herself. She takes time out in nature. I'm sorry to put all your business out there, Nikki, but I think people need to hear this, right? So you don't just tell people what to do. You lived this life. You made your own transformation, and you exude self-love and self-admiration. So I want to encourage all of you listening, if you know you need a little self-admiration coach, please visit Nikki's Instagram, visit her website, take advantage of that 22% off, because let me tell y'all something. You don't get sales like that often from anybody, especially not a coach. So take advantage of it now. And when she dropped that webinar, y'all better make sure you sign up, because she said free. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I need to sign up for Mirror Moments. Okay. So thank you again, Nikki. And before we go, please, please, please visit www.selfcaregarden.com. That's where you can find my coaching services. I know a lot of people know me as the visionary behind Black Life Coach Connection and Black Life Coach Connection Academy. But y'all, I still coach regular, everyday people. And, you know, I'm throwing in some new services here and there as I, you know, work on some new things, some new trainings. So something big that's coming out this month on March 26th. It's called Dream Big Now. I said big because, yeah, it's Dream Big Now. And Dream Big Now is actually an acronym. So y'all know I got a whole bunch of coaching certifications. One is a spiritual life coach. And it's not just a certification. That's who I am. That's how I show up. And Dream Big Now is definitely a spiritual retreat. It is a virtual virtual retreat. And Dream Big Now stands for determine results, envision a miracle, believe in God, notice options, win. Because that's what we're doing. So if you join me for Dream Big Now, what can you expect? You can expect guided meditations, journaling, and coaching from me. This is an online retreat designed for Black women. It is, because honestly, it's time for us to dream again. So please visit once again, selfcaregarden.com. Y'all know you can follow me online. Life Coach Shereka, Self-Care Garden Program. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. You know, look me up. I'm a little nicer now, y'all. So you can even look at my personal page, and I'll actually, you know, probably add you a little bit. Shh, don't tell anybody though. But I am here to, you know, support you all in practicing self-care. So thanks everyone once again for, you know, taking the time out of your day to dream again with us. Once again, thank you, Coach LaCour, Coach Zandra, Coach Nikki. It has been a pleasure sharing this platform with you all. Everyone, have a great night.